Hello everyone, it's me, the Law Boss, back again with another video. Sorry about the upload delay, it's just I've had things come up recently. Nothing serious, it's just things more pressing than old making YouTube videos. So today, as you can probably see by the title, the Law Boss Talks Episode 3 is dedicated to talking about that guy. And it's a loose term that's thrown around communities of pointing out people who kind of do things that are really they're infamous throughout gaming communities. So today we're going to look at their practices. We're going to look at their how to not be that guy. I'm not throwing out saying people are that guys in my community because that's just wrong, but you don't want to incorrectly come off as a that guy. So you know what? Without further ado, let's get straight into it. So what is a that guy? A that guy is, I'm going to say, toxic. It can be toxic. Must win at all costs in a gaming setting. And if they're in more of a law setting, painting, kind of not unintentional. No, that being a dick. They're dicks. I'm probably just being demonetized. Awesome. I don't get money from this. They're not pleasant people to be around. So let's divide this video into sections because it makes it easier. We're going to talk about a gaming that guy first off. So, a gaming that guy is a win at all costs, no matter what. So, for example, I'm new to the hobby of Games Workshop, Warhammer. And I want to have a game of Warhammer 40k, and I have purchased some Adeptus Custodes. And I'm like, who wants a game against my 400 points of Custodes? So, I just say he's in a squad of 3 with the Shield Captain. I have a squad of 3 Custodes and a Shield Captain. That guy, who no one really plays with, sees this opportunity to win all costs. So yep, I'll give you a game, and they will run the most broken units. For example, I'm not saying Leviathans are broken, and I'm not getting angry at people who run Leviathans. I'm just saying this isn't a very fair matchup. He'd run a Leviathan and maybe a Tech Marine just to... It runs a broken combo. That's the word I'm looking for. Or just say I am new to Age of Sigmar, and I have a squad of Zangors, and then in response I have my Stormcast man, a Celestant Prime against that. Now once again, I'm not shaming anyone who uses Celestant Primes, it's just the matchup there is you've got nothing really to deal with the Celestant Prime. I mean, Sigmar's different, this guy, a squad of 20 of these could probably give him a run for his money, but a squad of 3 Custodes and a Shield Captain cannot take down a Leviathan efficiently, especially with his bloody gun on it. So what's the issue with this? It can put new people off the hobby entirely if their first games are all against that guys, because then I think the whole community is like that, which is a fair assumption. I'm not shaming people who quit just because of that guys. But it also is going to makes our hobby look gatekept, that you must have the strongest units to even compete, which is wrong. For example, my Custodes, yes, I have bought another unit which we'll find out about in the diary, which can be considered broken, but as a person who doesn't use stratagems all that often, and I made it off rule of cool, I didn't give them a certain weapon. I gave one of them that just because squad sergeants, but that was it. So that guys can put new people off the hobby, in my opinion. So yeah, that's all we really need to talk about there. And also they get very salty if they actually lose. They get more and more harder to play with. It's not like when one opponent is completely decimating the other one just by blind luck. Like if I was using these Custodes and then it was a 500 point against Thousand Suns and it was a horde of Zangors, and I was just rolling so lucky that these Zangors were just dropping like flies. That's fair enough, but if you have the most broken list against a new player and you start getting sooky when you're losing because you roll badly, no, it's not acceptable. So yeah, that's all really to talk about. Factions you usually see these guys playing. I'm not shaming people for playing these factions, but it's just they place highly in tournaments. It's the facts. A lot of AdMech players, that actually I'm going to rephrase that. A lot of that guys play Adeptus Mechanicus, Drukhari, I do see a few Death Guard that guys on online. I'm really lucky with my hobby store. Last time I went there, we didn't really have that guy for ages, and you actually see a lot of Space Marine that guys as well with broken combos with Leviathans. Yeah, now it makes me feel bad running this. And also that guy's influences on the community can make people feel bad for running a unit. Like I got a Nemesis Dreadnought, and I kind of feel bad playing it because it's got such a negative reputation. So yeah, that's the first section of this video. Next, we're talking about that guys and other parts of the community just being toxic. So for example, I'm sitting at my gaming table, and I know this isn't finished, and I'm kind of spoiling the my Custodes diary thing, but just say I'm painted. He's not finished, but that's, and I run that. Oh no, I just put him aside. Someone's like, "Can I look at your model?" And they have a look, and they go, "Well, that doesn't look very good." It's not constructive criticism. If someone said, "What would make this model look 100 times better?" That no, but better is if you gave it a dry brush on the metal parts, or you did the gemstones on the armor, and I'd be like, "Thank you." That's not being toxic. That's giving constructive criticism. Whereas going, "Yeah, your paint scheme looks crap," that's just being a dick. Unfortunately, I have experienced some people like that. Not really in my hobby store, but online. But online's where all the toxic people are. And my old Space Marine color scheme was, I've actually got the model here. If it focuses, was Tron's scheme. So the commanders all had red, the infantry had orange, and all the veterans, which were Gravis armor, had blue. And I had people online going, "That's not a real color scheme," and that kind of put me off painting them that way. So yeah, they have a lasting effect. The last ones are that guys just as a whole. I don't really like. Not in the painting, not in the gaming, kind of just everywhere else. Like, people who are deliberately toxic for no reason have to complain about everything that Games Workshop does. Like, yes, Games Workshop has done some questionable things. I'm not denying that. But if you make videos going, "Oh yes, the Bandai chibis that Games Workshop produces are terrible. Anyone who likes them is stupid and are ruining the hobby." The funny thing is, the person complaining about it is ruining the hobby. I'm not going to name names who does that, but they'll probably find this video and make a video about it. Not surprising. And people who also, these are a real big problem. The people who were old fantasy fans, and now in 2021, ironically, hate on Sigmar without even playing it or looking into the lore. Because they're like, "Oh, Stormcast don't look grimdark enough," or, what's another faction, new faction? Oh, those new orcs don't look grimdark enough. No, mate. It's not your style. Here is another... This is not making you look like that guy. I don't like the look of Age of Sigmar. I personally haven't played the game, but I don't like the aesthetic. That's all you have to say. Not hard. No one cares if you don't want to play it, sure. But just hating on it, but going, "Oh yeah, if you play it, you ruined the hobby." No. I personally have played Age of Sigmar and can say it's a great game. And honestly, it's very similar to 40k. So if you say, "Oh, I hate Sigmar's gameplay, therefore it's completely stupid." Anyway, whoever hates on Sigmar just because it killed the old world in 2021 is nah. I know Major Kill also talked about this, I think, last year, saying, "Yes, we understand, like, I understand why people are angry, and I understand why I was angry, but it's still a good setting, and the models are beautiful." Which is my thing. I understand that people are peeved that a lifelong setting has just been destroyed, but companies evolve to make money. And also people, like 3D printing, I honestly don't want to have much of a say on that, but there are some content creators who, I swear, are trying to actually run Games Workshop out of business. But then what they probably don't realise is if they run Warhammer out of business, they're going to not have anything to make videos about. So yeah, that's it. So that's the video about that guy. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a bit of a controversial topic, but so I'm going to be uploading back on my regular schedule now. Don't worry about that. The next one is actually, I think, the Custodes Army review, which I've already had a bit of a sneak peek in. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe. I'll leave the Discord server link down in the description box below. But yeah, I don't want to keep you here much longer, so I will see you in the next one. Peace.